Alright, that little bit of video was to show that you can split a large diameter log, even much larger than this. I've done this on ones that were even as much as 40 inches around. Basically, if you don't have a splitter, there's lots of times that the good old-fashioned splitting maul is actually better. One, they're portable. You can, this is on the side of a hill where we are now. There would actually be no place to actually put a splitter. One is they're indestructible. This is one splitter that's been abused. It's been left outside. It's been there. There's no moving parts. The only moving part is you. And if you take into some of the time of not only the cost of the splitter, but moving it to the place where you want to do the splitting or transporting the rounds and stuff like this, many times it will be more efficient to just use a hand splitter and do it in a location. You noticed on that one that I went around the outside. I tried splitting a few times in the middle. It wouldn't do it. But you can always split them off from the outside, split them as you go. You may have noticed that lots of times I didn't even stand them up. I just laid them flat because lots of times it's faster to just split it off, lay it flat, whack it and go. And if you saw the minutes, we'll clip this a little bit, but this little video will be pretty much real time to where we split an entire wheelbarrow load of wood in not that long, and it saves on a gym membership. Now you can work up. And the other one thing is you notice I started off with a log down on the ground. One, yeah, it could go past and get down into the ground a little bit. But one of the things you'll find on splitting is it's like golf in the fact that it's club head speed. So let's say you have a piece of wood sitting on a stump. By definition, your club head speed will be slower because in your swing it's farther up. But the farther you have it down, like for example, if you got a good swing and you have a round that's sitting on the ground versus one that's sitting up on a stump, I can guarantee you the one that's sitting on the ground, your club head speed will be faster and it's more likely to split even as long as the ground is fairly firm and it's not all spongy. Obviously, as it gets smaller and stuff like that, you want to do the traditional method of going there. But when you're going around for the outside to start peeling, so basically you pick, in what I found is 2 to, about the width that you'd want a piece of wood and just run around the outside. Then you can lay the other piece flat on top of the part you hadn't split yet, whack it and go, and it's done. And there was no splitter, there was no gasoline, there was no cost like the typical good ones, $1,100, $1,200 for a good one. Lots of times the price of the log splitter will cost more than the entire cabin that I'm building. So one of the things we like to hopefully do on this is some budget stuff to where if budgets are tight, if you can get a splitting maul, pick one up at a yard sale, garage sale. Most hardware stores have them, under 40 bucks. And you can have a splitting maul that'll last for a lifetime. Okay, I said splitting wedge. One of the things that also works as well is, let's say you have a really big one and you're still having trouble with it. You can use an old-fashioned splitting wedge and run the wedge around the outside. It's a little slower than just using the maul, but if you have a stubborn log, that works pretty well. And you can get it, and basically, everything will split once you get it into smaller pieces. The last little piece is, this piece you'll see has a limb through it. What you want to do is get it a little bit of a thinner slice if it has a limb in it, and then just get it in there, and you want to whack right where the limb is, not down someplace else, because it'll just split off and you won't end up with a clean piece of firewood. But if you hit right where the limb is with a good head speed, it's like golf. You want to make sure that if you're hitting something that has a limb in it, you want to have sure that this thing is spinning pretty good. And also on that one is make sure that the area where this is going to go. If you have a mishit or something like that, then it hits the ground or something like that and not you. So happy splitting. Thanks for joining us. My name is John. We're on Hewn Hill, and this is basically, if you want budget homesteading, we want to do this one is for people, for those of you who don't have any budget. And there you go.